This is Nerland and Belle's room. Nerland has been with us since last fall, so almost a year. And Belle, there's some pictures of Belle over here. This is Belle. These are pictures of Belle and I when we first met, November 2010. And it was sort of love at first sight. And then I came home and told John I really wanted to adopt her.
Yeah, we have two 21-year-old boys and really had no intention of adopting. Lisa has come back from almost every trip in Haiti wanting to adopt a child, but usually within a couple weeks we can talk her out of it. In November 2010 she seemed pretty serious about adopting Belle, and I said, well, give it 2 weeks. And she did, and we're 2 years into the process now. I certainly have become in love with this little girl, and we're both working really hard to get her here. It'll happen when it happens, but hopefully soon.
Hopefully not 6 months.
I want to thank the Duham family for the opportunity. I'm very excited to be here, but I'm very sad because I miss my friend, I miss my family, I miss my home, I miss mommy, I miss everybody. It's a life, so I'm excited.
Racine ma pou nou pral fouye racine Racine ma pou nou pral fouye racine ki lè liye soleil levé nan Guinée.
Avant que je devienne dans la fondation, j'étais dans une passion qui était les maisons d'amour, qui était occupée par le football de pauvres. Je suis orphelin de père et de mère. Papa est mort, j'avais 3 ans. Et maman est morte 3 ans après parce qu'elle était malade. À l'âge de 13 ans, je suis entré dans la fondation Aimé. Le moment où je suis arrivé dans la fondation Aimé, c'était tout le contraire. C'était comme si je me retrouvais avec maman. J'étais tellement à l'aise, j'étais tellement heureuse.
Moi, j'ai 10 ans. Moi, suis en 3e année fondamentale.
Moi, j'ai 14 ans. Moi, suis en 8e année, je suis dans la fondation.
Avant, je vivais ensemble avec maman. Quand je suis venu au Félina, je vivais ensemble avec maman. Comment on dit, en décembre.
J'ai 21 ans, je suis venue à la fondation à l'âge de 2 ans ou 3 ans et demi, je ne m'en souviens pas très bien. Je suis venue pour cause économie. Ma maman n'avait pas suffisamment d'argent pour en prendre soin de moi et n'avait pas beaucoup de temps aussi. Et moi, je mets petit moun en pile, moi, je mets petit bébé en pile. Chaque fois, je me regarde pour me dire que garde gens jeune, que ça qui est abandonné ou bien que maman est morte. Ça fait mal, ça plus porter que m'a porter plus attention à eux-mêmes. Et quel que soit côté d'arriver, m'a toujours gagné dans le cœur.
Pour ti moun yo tout, puis yo ka joindre, soin nan même tout. Et moi remet ti moun yo en pile parce que yo représenter une famille pour moi.
Moi, je suis venue dans la fondation à 3 ans. Moi, je suis tellement contente de venir dans la fondation Aimé. Parce que mamie fait un pile bagaille pour nous.
Mamie, c'est une maman d'amour, une maman de cœur qui aime toute petite. Elle est compréhensive, elle est attentive, elle est généreuse, elle a le courage pour lutter avec tout le monde qui veut continuer. Moi, je aime mamie, je ne peux pas suspendre.
That earthquake, 2010, that's really a earth killing. Because of that earthquake, we had more kids from parents that disappeared, they don't know if they are alive or have amnesia, they forget about where they were. From people that lost their job, their house. Because of the financial situation in Haiti, a lot of parents, they have a tendency of give it up. This is why they have a lot of orphanages in Haiti. Kids are deprived of everything. Because most of those people, they don't have a good education that can give them strength to do something positive with their life and raise their kids. So the first thing, the easiest thing to do is just give up the kids. I'm the founder of the Reme Foundation, which was created 20 years ago. At first, it was just myself and a couple of friends and the family who helped sponsoring the foundation and help it going, sending kids to school and then provide them clothing, food, shelter and everything. And after 2010, after the earthquake in Haiti, we found Dr. Bull Durham from Arizona. He came to the foundation with two of his friends. He really put us back to normal, because they had sponsored some of our kids by paying their tuition and especially provide us what we really need, which was a lot.
Approximately 10 years ago, I joined the efforts of Northern Arizona Volunteer Medical Corps, which is a group of volunteers who provide medical care in different parts of the world. Since the earthquake in Haiti in January 2010, our focus has been to provide medical care in Haiti and also to help support a couple orphanages. It's our belief that Haiti's hope really is in her children, and we really want to support the health and education of the children in Haiti. Flagstaff is ranking in the top 4 in the world in terms of sending volunteers to Haiti in the relief efforts since the earthquake.
Because of the earthquake that happened in Haiti, there was a call put out in some areas for medical personnel. Our group fit well. We had access to doctors and nurses, and so it was only natural that we put a group together and were invited to work with MediShare.
The initial experience was very difficult. It was very different than a lot of our other medical trips. A lot of our medical trips are very feel-good. You go down, you feel like you make a big difference. And Haiti, right after the earthquake, was much like a war zone. There was triage, there were a lot of patients that were dying, something we're not used to seeing every day. And I think for a lot of people, they felt like they needed to go back and see if there was progress being made or if more help could be done now that things were settling down a bit.
I heard about it at the hospital. Flagstaff is a small town, and everybody works together as a community, and you hear about these things.
NAVMC really is as diverse as the people who are part of the group. We have some people who are very good at the fundraising, and then of course we have all the doctors and nurses and therapists. And then recently we enrolled some construction people to go down.
We live in a beautiful community where people are concerned about humanity, and people all over the world, not just here in Flagstaff.
There's something unique about Flagstaff. The people that come here are different. They're seeking a different type of presence. They're more tolerant, they're more open-minded in general, and they do things, whether it's hike a mountain or go to Haiti or volunteer for mission work. Some of it's by happenstance and some of it's, I think, by calling.
After the earthquake, of course, Haiti needed a lot of help, so I joined the group. As a nurse, I always wanted to go and try to work abroad and try to see how could I have helped.
My daughter, Allison, on all the trips that I've been on, she's always been very interested in hearing about them when I get back and looking at pictures, and has just said she'd like to go someday and meet some of the people that she's seen pictures of. And so when some of the orphanage trips came about, it was just a really good opportunity for her to get to go.
I was really glad when I heard that they were going to be going to the orphanages, that I would be able to go on the trips and not have to do medical stuff, because I don't think I would have been very helpful on the medical trips.
You work closely with these people on a day in, day out basis, And then you do go down to a country where things are tougher and you're put into situations where you really have to rely on each other. And it's nice to know that the nurse with me or the surgeon is somebody that I've worked with in the past, and I really trust them, and that makes it a lot easier to go on these trips and perform this kind of work.
To the third world's all over the world. Living on la poumwe okay. Living on la poumwe okay. Living on la poumwe okay. Yeah. Moi c'est premier petit la famille moi qui fait America. Les moi visiter Port-au-Prince yo pas mandé pour visa. M'vini pour m'aider pays a yo et les diaspora. Ça pas fait moyen m'connaissait même qui gain pouvoir. Dernière fois moi visiter pays a c'est l'an 2003. La vini pour 2004 pour mon plan yo fourrier caca. Yo fait ça yo gain pour faire pays a tête en bas. Européens pareil mais ça Haïti fait l'histoire. Gain un pile mou qui gango gain un pile mou qui pas gain gloire États-Unis gaspiller manger comme pour yo gaspiller bon. Yo pas immigré yo problème yo pas venu pour monter. Haïti gain pour changer on pas faire tout pour nous sauter.
When we bring down a full team of volunteers from Flagstaff, they do everything here. We've got pediatricians who have come down on this trip. We've got pediatric nurses that work in the pediatric intensive care unit. We also have surgeons who have come down on this trip. We have a general surgeon, 2 orthopedic surgeons, an anesthesiologist who are all working in surgery, providing care to trauma victims who come in here on a daily basis. So everybody comes down here, pays their own way, takes time away from their friends and families, and takes time off work for that. That's all uncompensated. And I think there was an attachment between the Flagstaff people and the Haitian people early on, and then word just sort of spread around the community. People wanted to contribute something because the earthquake was so devastating. 300,000 people dead in that earthquake, and 2 million people in the city. Half of those people homes were destroyed. I mean, it was a huge event. People came down, they developed a connection to Haiti, they developed a love for Haiti, connection to the people, and a respect for these people who have been through so much and yet are so resilient and positive and pleasant, and actually seem to be extremely happy in a situation that to us looks incredibly dire.
It was very hard for the people here. They were very under a lot of stress, and the conditions are very hard for them. It's a great experience for me because I'm learning and I can see, even if you're going through a hard time in life, you still need to keep hope, and this is what they're doing. So this is the triage part of the hospital. The patient comes here first in the morning, they sit here, and the nurse are going to try to see which one of the patient is the most urgent, so they will go next to the tent where they will be having first aid. So they are trying just to make sure that they are looking for the most emergent patient to take care. And then, of course, if you look at the hospital here and if you look at the hospital in Haiti, the difference are huge. I mean, just the building already, it's a big difference. Over there, we work, in the street. Sometimes we work in a hospital who doesn't have all the equipment, all the supply that we need at that time.
They had some inhalational gases available, and they had some induction agents available, but anything that we could bring in, we tried to. But some of it is not, without the correct permits, you probably are not supposed to be bringing in large amounts of medications.
So this is Doris. Doris is a 17-year-old girl who is from Renman Orphanage. NAVMC is supporting 2 orphanages. One is Renman. Doris has an umbilical hernia that has become problematic. She gets some swelling in there occasionally. We've arranged to have her come over since we have Dr. Berger from Flagstaff here to help us, and he's going to help take care of this hernia for Doris. We have Dr. Steve Peters as our anesthesia doc, working with Dorothy.
I can say the Flagstaff, the people from Flagstaff, there is a good people, but there is a teaching people. All the time they come in Haiti, they try to help the hospital do the best way. They give the best way for the hospital, but we need that. We need that. We need that. Dr. Bo, I know you are the best one. I know you are the best one. You help the hospital very, very, very.
Hôpital Bernard Muse is the name of the hospital, and it's the only hospital in Port-au-Prince that has ICU beds with ventilators. You know, Flagstaff, we have an ICU that has, I don't know, 30 ICU beds for a town of our size, and we're talking a city here of 2 or 3 million people that has 3 ICU beds, and so that gives you an idea of the lack of resources down here.
They're trying to care for children with scraps, you know, they're trying to care for children with equipment that's been donated. All of the equipment is different. They are caring for kids in one big room. There might be 15 kids, some of them with infectious diseases. There's no way to separate or necessarily isolate the kids. So this is a baby who she's been having a hard time with feeding, and so she has an NG tube in, and her mom's been feeding her, so we're gonna feed the baby. But we have lots of children with fevers. I'm taking care of a child with pneumonia, another baby who had meningitis, and then I have one baby that has malnutrition. Well, the situation for children in Haiti is dire. They're still dying of cholera, of diarrheal diseases, of infectious diseases. The infant mortality rate in Haiti is perhaps one of the highest in the world. It's a dire situation that can be helped by both public health interventions and interventions like what we did in Haiti.
One of the issues that we face is that we have a short-term memory in the U.S. At the time of the earthquake, the amount of relief that came into this country was incredible. And as time has gone by, that relief effort has waned as we have sort of forgotten about what happened here 2.5 years ago.
We're fortunate enough to have good friends around the world, from Canada, from the United States, that bring specialists here and give of their time, but the technology, equipment, and cost to provide that care is something that is not sustainable without continued support. What our hope is specific to Haiti is that we'll be able to engage the Haitian government in reviewing and supporting trauma and critical care support in the state of Haiti, along with private investors, donors, that would be able to help support the level of service that the Haitian people deserve.
I think we feel now this country can't live without an hospital with intensive care unit, because before this we lost a lot of patients here because of that. We didn't have this expertise. It's a lack of funding, and it's a lack of a strong healthcare system in Haiti. All the patients coming here, they are low-income patients. The worst case scenario, if in January 2013 we don't have any budget to continue the project, we are going to close. At this moment, we have to close.
There's a big picture in Haiti, and that big picture is to train them and to get them so that they can care for their own and take care of their own problems and fund their own problems. The problem is the interim. Do you sit back and say, okay, they have to grow up and take care of themselves, so we let the children suffer, we let them die? Do we let the parents die simply because we don't want to create a culture of dependency? And at this point in Haiti's existence, if the NGOs don't step in and take care of their medical needs and help them and to train them into taking care of their own, then we just watch suffering and people die needlessly.
After the earthquake, after spending time at the hospital and the tent cities, they realized that kids were being displaced, families were displaced, and there was going to be a greater need than just the medical need Dr. Durham and Dr. Reber spent some time touring some orphanages in Port-au-Prince to see if there were some that would benefit from financial and construction help.
I have actually 60 kids on the premises 24/7, but I do also help other kids from the neighborhood. They don't sleep here, but we provide them clothing and food, pay for their tuition with your help.
Last November, at the beginning of November, I went to help out at Remnant Foundation for the first time. And when we first got there were so many adorable kids, young and old. But there was one little girl that for some reason I can't really explain, I just fell in love with her. About 6 months after the earthquake, her mother brought her back to St. Damian's because she couldn't afford to care for her. She and other children were just kept in a crib, so she didn't know how to walk, she wasn't vocalizing much at all, she was malnourished, her hair looked really bad. The hospital had contacted Florence that October and said they had these 5 kids that they really needed a home for. And so she took these kids without any cribs or anything.
Much of the money that runs the orphanage now comes from Northern Arizona Volunteer Medical Corps and the money that we raise here in Flagstaff.
The money that we raise, I would say 99.9% of it goes to the projects that we do, the kids, directly.
They had given us the washing machine to prevent skin disease. That's a great help. We have a beautiful and big oven. They also provide us with a lot of kitchen utilities, like big pot to cook and everything. We also have a generator that provides us light. And they also give us backup light, which is an inverter. And then they still continue to bring people over, take our kids to their hospital, wherever they are. So we are really spoiled, lucky to find those people.
This is our first annual golf outing. It's called Swingin' for Kids, and it's to raise funds for NAVMC. And our hope for the money is to go towards a couple of the orphanages in Port-au-Prince, Renman, and New Life. We've done some projects in the past, and we hope to continue to do projects and help feed and educate the children of Haiti.
It really gets us excited just to get back on the ground, get back into Haiti and be with the people there. They appreciate us so much. No efforts too great or too small.
We raised close to $85,000. And so to have all these people that are willing to not only go down and spend time doing these projects, but they're also willing to spend their time year-round raising money. It's a huge time commitment. And I think it was nice for Flagstaff because it gave people a chance to see what we were all about, see what we did, see what their money went to.
We had approximately 30 volunteers on this last trip to Haiti, anywhere from 14 years of age to 60 years of age. So it was a mixture. And everybody was working at the orphanage primarily on the construction projects, the electrical projects, and the plumbing projects.
The project was to reconstruct a wall that had come down during the earthquake, and it was about a bit over 300 feet long of a block wall. We had to hire some locals, which was a great idea because it allowed us to be part of that community and make some friends. And I think that just that difference of culture, we made a bond very quickly, and it was just based on need and respect. And it really grew into a friendship. The Haitians are having a hard time, and there are very many reasons, but it's not because they're lazy. These people work very, very hard, and they're very creative people, and they're very happy, and they've got a lot of hope in their lives. We were able to remove the wall, dig new footers, and reconstruct the wall in slightly over a week's worth of time. And in doing so, allowed us then to go ahead and do some more work on that facility.
I really do enjoy the orphanage trips and the construction trips. I feel like you can actually see things being done and really see appreciation from people.
A lot of teenagers in the United States never get to see things like this, and it's just changed my view on the entire world.
By volunteering in Haiti, people from Flagstaff come out of their bubble. Their world becomes bigger. They learn about a different culture, and yet they learn that people in Haiti are the same as people here. They have the same needs. They need to eat, they need a place to sleep, they need love and security. And they learn that people in different parts of the world are really the same. And that makes the world smaller, I think.
For not only Nerland, but for myself and the other kids living at the foundation, when they do find a sponsor, not only for the money, but the extra love that they're going to get from that person or that family. So when one kid has a sponsor, it's a big load for myself, and for the others, it's a hope, because it's like a gate that is opening. They can see the future. They can hope to find a sponsor. They can hope that whatever that sister or brother is going to receive will come back to them. I would like to see the kids that are sponsored and the ones that are in Haiti become self-sufficient. I would like to be treated one day by one of my doctors or one of my nurses. I would love that.
Une thèse de l'air.
Pédiatre, une doctoresse et une artiste peintre parce que j'aime dessiner.
Dans mes tourner ingénieur, je vais aider mamie, mais tout ça l'a fait.
Rêve moi, je voulais un gros docteur demain pour aider des familles avec fondation et pour mamie qui est fière de moi parce qu'elle était pour la fondation. Tout ça moi j'aimerais réaliser, c'est ouais pour moi famille moi heureuse demain et que pour moi au service de pays, de famille moi et de fondation.
Rêve moi gagner c'est que pour me terminer études classiques moi. Après ça pour moi faire une université pour m'étudier. Après pour mon diplôme. Nous connaissons nous là, nous responsables ça même pour nous pas laguer ti moun yo k'ap vinn derrière, pour nous toujours kembe yo en garde parce que nous connaissons mamie pour les vinn vieillir, il pas faire tout le temps à voyager, aller venir, faut les grand temps pour lui reposer et tout. C'est tout rêve moi ça pour moi que c'est nous même 5 ans ou bien 10 ans après qui en charge dans fondation aimé cap gérer toute bagaille, cap gouverner toute bagaille. C'est rêve moi ça.
Prisonnier à pouvoir, tout rêve moi c'est pour m'ta dans bras, besoin pour ti qu'en vin pas, pour m'obéir à tout loi, mettez lumière dans fait noir, tant pis prend l'homme de ma barre, c'est où m'vle pour m'faire la vie moi, c'est où pour faire musique moi, pour non rêve non pour non bouche moi, ou qui met la joie dans cœur moi, m'vle gagner, j'ai besoin, c'est bon Dieu que mettez m'sous chemin, venez pour m'prendre soin, venez chérie m'vlo pour ménage moi, c'est selfie image ou seulement calmer toute rage moi, cadeau garde seulement guettant mettez m'sougnage moi, toute beauté visage ou guettant écrit dans page moi, pas de l'autre monde chérie c'est où m'vle pour ménage moi, pourquoi c'est réponse au matin pour nous casser, c'est un choix. Chérie, m'vlo pour ménage, moi. C'est selfie, image ou seulement calmer toute rage, moi. Cadeau, garde, seulement guettant, mettez m'sougnage, moi. Toute beauté, visage ou guettant, écrit dans page, moi. Pas de l'autre monde, chérie, m'vlo pour ménage, moi. C'est selfie, image ou seulement calmer toute rage, moi. Cadeau, garde, seulement guettant, mettez m'sougnage, moi. Toute beauté, visage ou guettant, écrit dans page, ouais. Pas de l'autre monde chérie, c'est où m'vle pour